General Pervez Musharraf has passed away in a hospital in Dubai. The 79-year-old former Pakistan president was living in Dubai in self-exile. According to reports, he was admitted to the hospital after he developed heart and blood-related complications. Pakistan ISPR has confirmed Musharraf's passing. Family sources say General Pervez Musharraf's burial will take place in Karachi. A special flight to bring back his remains from Dubai will depart from Pakistan tomorrow. According to his family, the 79-year-old former president and chief of army staff was suffering from a rare disease. General Musharraf had left for Dubai in March of 2016 for medical treatment and always wanted to return back to Pakistan, but never did. He was declared a fugitive in the assassination of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Condolences have been pouring in from within Pakistan and from world leaders. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif took to Twitter to offer his condolences to the family of General Pervez Musharraf. The former Minister of Information and Broadcasting of Pakistan, Fawad Chaudhry, also expressed his heartfelt condolences.
परवेज मुशर्रफ साहब के इंतकाल की खबर सुबह मिली है। मेरी उनसे बहुत तवील रफ़ाकत थी। हमेशा मुझे उन्हें अपने ख़ानदान का फ़र्ज समझा और अब तक मेरा उनसे बहुत ही एहतराम का ताल्लुक रहा। परवेज मुशर्रफ पाकिस्तान में कहने के तो फौजी डिक्टेटर थे, लेकिन उनसे ज़्यादा बड़ी जमहूरियत पाकिस्तान में कभी नहीं रही। उन्होंने पाकिस्तान में आज़ाद मीडिया दिया, उन्होंने पाकिस्तान के अंदर डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ ओपिनियन को प्रमोट किया। उनके बाद आज का दौर जब हम उनसे कंपेयर करते हैं तो पता चलता है कि आज की जमहूरियत किस कदर बदतरीन फस्तायत है और परवेज मुशर्रफ ने पाकिस्तान को कितना प्लूरिस्टिक पाकिस्तान बनाया था।
Now, for more on this, we are being joined by Edward Joseph, who is a senior fellow at the Johns Hopkins University and is a foreign policy analyst. Thank you for being with us. Now, what are your thoughts on the legacy of the former president and dictator, General Musharraf?
General Musharraf, there's no question about it, had an enormous legacy in Pakistan and on Pakistan's relations with the United States. You will remember, and your viewers will remember, that it was President Musharraf who was in office after a coup, we should point out, not elected, but after a coup, who was in office in 2001 when the 9/11 attacks occurred. And these attacks, of course, changed the nature of U.S. and Pakistani relations. And initially, of course, the Bush administration, the administration of George W. Bush, looked to Pakistan and to President Musharraf as a partner to combat this type of extremely dangerous radical Islamist terrorism and fundamentalism, and wanted to partner. And in fact, provided and increased vastly the amount of aid to Pakistan, but the Bush administration later found itself quite disappointed by the actions that Musharraf would consistently take against Islamists, to include Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda, who found safe haven in Pakistan itself. Please.
Right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were present in Pakistan at the time of the rally when the assassination of Bhutto occurred, and Musharraf was a suspect, and that's why he went into exile. Looking back on that time, what are your feelings?
Well, in fact, it's true. I met Benazir Bhutto, who, and let's remember that it was against Benazir Bhutto that his animus against Benazir Bhutto that initially brought then General Musharraf to pursue the coup and to take power. So there was already deep animus towards Benazir Bhutto, and it's true, I met with Benazir Bhutto, had one of perhaps the last meeting with an international with her just 24 hours, less than 24 hours before her tragic assassination. We met in Peshawar. She was assassinated the next day in Rawalpindi, not far away. And in that 90-minute plus private meeting that I had with Benazir Bhutto, she railed against Musharraf and specifically wanted me to convey to then Senator Joe Biden, who was chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and a candidate for the presidency of the U.S., that Musharraf was trying to actively rig the elections against her and putting every obstacle in her way to impede her ability to vote him out of office, to get him out of office through democratic means. So she was deeply concerned. She was not concerned about an assassination attempt, and nor has it been established that Musharraf was in fact behind that. That's not been established to the contrary. But she was deeply concerned, Benazir Bhutto was, and told me about this and had me convey, which I did convey, to then Senator Biden through his then senior advisor, Tony Blinken, these concerns. And then Senator Biden raised them and raised these points in Iowa, where I had been working with him as I had worked for him this round in Iowa. And so this relationship between Bhutto and Musharraf was quite central and revealing of the relationship, the very difficult and mistrusting relationship that Musharraf had with the United States. Please.
Edward, thank you very much for joining us and your thoughts on the latest on the demise of General Musharraf.
Welcome.
Now, for more on this, we were earlier joined by Hassan Kamal Wattu from Islamabad. He is a lawyer and a columnist. Listen in.
Well, I don't think you can call him a politician if you're being truly honest. What I recall is there's a brilliant documentary by the name of Inshallah Democracy, which chronicled the very ending moments of Mr. Musharraf's reign towards the aftermath. And it paints this picture of a man who was so almighty and all-powerful. Someone in Pakistan who's a military chief and a president, who has absolute power, basically the great dictator, who suddenly decides that I'm so wonderful that the people of Pakistan will probably accept me already. But those clouded delusions of grandeur, of course, come to every dictator in history. And when he came back, when he took a flight back from Dubai to, quote unquote, return to his people after his reign ended to try and contest elections, Mr. Musharraf exited the airplane and looked out at the tarmac. And with a look of dejection, he said, "Where are all the people?" And I think if there's one moment that encapsulates Mr. Musharraf's political legacy, it would be that sort of sad, disappointed moment of wondering that where are all those people who have been told by all of these sycophants and all of these advisors of mine who love me so much, but now they're just not there because they never were. The people of Pakistan never did and never will support dictators. It's only the propaganda machine and the industrial complex around these things that convinces and indulges their narcissism into believing so. But that, I think, is how we would look back at Mr. Musharraf's political legacy. It would not be one of a lot of positivity.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.